Because of the way we wrapped it, we should be able to pull this out with minimal tangles. This is my latest design. And after you laser cut it, this is what you end up with. It is laser cut, so we will have some soot along the edges. You'll have to wipe that off with a wet rag. But let me show you how this works. This is a 50-foot hank of paracord. And what we want to do is slowly take it out. We'll separate it out. I like to use my marlin spike just to get right in between everything. There we go. All right, and now I'm just going to unspool this into a pile. Now I'm sure that this isn't going to tangle up on me as I wind it back up. I'll take my cord and I'll pinch it between my thumb and first finger. I'll wrap behind my pinky and then back up around my thumb. And I'm just going to keep winding this up in a figure 8 until I run through the entire 50-foot length. All right, now that we're towards the end, I have a little left. I'm going to pull it off my fingers and I'm going to wrap it up so that it stays into a hank as I move it around. Okay, pull underneath one strand there, one turn, and we'll pull it tight. There we go. That's what we want. Okay, we'll take our leather envelope here, and I want to place this so that my figure 8 is facing straight up, and my loose end is going to poke right out of one of these two holes. I'm going to pick the one on the left. There we go. All right, we'll fold our tabs in. And on these tabs, you can see we have two little holes. I'll show you what those are for in a second. We'll roll this up. Want to compress it as best we can. Pull it tight. Okay, once we get to the end, you can see that this lines up right here with our slot. There's a little hole there. We'll plug in our marlin spike, and then we'll just ease it into the slot. There we go. Get it nice and seated. There it is. You can see this one's engraved. If you'd like, Jerry will engrave it for you. On the back, we have some slots for webbing. And then on the side, we have an area for your marlin spike to store. Let me show you how that works. We'll poke it in, poke it out. This is going to be a tight fit so it doesn't slide out. And then we have this hole to store the spike. There we go. Now let's deploy the cord. Because of the way we wrapped it, we should be able to pull this out with minimal tangles. If it does tangle up, I'll show you how to fix that. Again, this is 50 feet. And it looks like we're going to get to the end until the knot pops out. Oh, look at go. We opened up a little bit there. That's okay. We made it the whole way. Now sometimes this end, since we tied it around the body of the hank, it'll end up in a little overhand knot, but this time we were able to get it all out. Now let me wrap this up again for you so that you can see what it's like if we need to fix up a tangle. Again, what we'll do is take our cord, place it in our hand, and then wrap it in a figure 8, and we'll just let it build up, leaving this end free. Okay, here we are again. We got the cord that's going to deploy out towards the bottom of the leather. Let's fold our tab over, fold our tab over, bring this in. Okay. There we go, rolling it up, and there we go, perfect. It should be a tight fit. Take our marlin spike and stow away our tab here. Being careful that we're not going to poke ourselves. Okay, let's deploy this again. Now if it tangles up, I'll show you how to untangle it. Well, looks like we're doing just fine again. There's that overhand knot I was telling you about. Okay, I'm going to install this backwards because I'm trying to get it to tangle up on purpose. Instead of facing our free end down towards the leather, I'm going to place it up, and then I'm going to thread it through. Okay, this should induce a malfunction. Plug it into the hole. There we go. Looking good. All right, as I pull this, it should get tangled up this time. There we go. Okay, so you see how we ripped open our tab? It's already fixed itself. That's what these holes are for. I'll take the corners and I'll just slip them in, and now I'll take my marlin spike and I'll push it back in. There we go. Now we're ready to keep going. There we go, see, we're caught up again. Again, it's because I installed it backwards. There we go. Stow it back away. Now that we have enough cord out, I could probably just plug it in by hand, but that's what this marlin spike hole is for. Here's an example of where you can store it. You can place it on your backpack strap. You can see it's tied into X going through our slots there. Another option is you can take a Haken hook and you hook it into the top of your slots. There you go, pull it all the way through. And now you can hook it onto your webbing. In fact, let's dress this up so it looks nice. We'll gut our paracord. Okay, we'll start threading onto our wire. This is stainless steel spring wire. It's the same wire that you find on the spring gates for carabiners. All we have to do is help it along. See here that we're almost doing like a pat your head and rub your stomach kind of motion. We'll just keep going until we're all the way through. There we go. All right, on this side, I'm going to fuse the end shut. And I think you got it. Okay, if you look very closely, I'll zoom in. You can see that the end is completely sealed up. Okay, now we're going to work this back the other way, and I'm going to chop it off. Normally I'd use a Paracord to place this right in between the tines, and then I'd use my flame to fuse the end without hitting the other side. But you can also use a spoon if you don't have a Paracord. We'll just place it in like this, and then we're going to fuse the other side. And if you want, you can boil this so that you tighten up the paracord by 13%. It's a little tight with the paracord on there now, but we can still get it on. Here's some webbing. I'm going to go up and just slip it right in. There we go. This free end here, you can always tuck it in if you don't want it hanging out. If you happen to order one of these leather paracord dispensers, that is by Monday morning before 9 a.m., I will include a Haken hook with your order for free. All right, folks, thanks for watching. If you'd like to support my channel, you can pick one of these at my shop, osforsale.com.